Hey everyone, I just wanted to say one thing. The champ is here. As you guys know, earlier this week, I participated in one of the first Origin competitions or tournaments called the Quest Cup. The Quest team provided this tournament for us to just get a showcase of all the talent that was there. I wasn't actually qualified to participate in this tournament, but they invited me just because I feel like they always hear me talking about Origin, so why not invite Chuck Fresco to a tournament? The one thing they didn't realize, when you invite Chuck Fresco to a tournament, he is going to put on a show. So in this tournament, I went 13-1 with the team that I'm about to show you. And it's a team that not only defeated Elijah, one of the greatest players in B2, but also 1437, a professional player in all terms of the word. So anyways, hopefully you're hyped for this video, and please note, this team is liable to change or get nerfed, and I'm sure the Axie team is already looking at how to modify this team because it was really awesome. But anyways, with all that said, let's get started. All right, let's quickly go through the runes and charms. I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious about them. Here we go. My tank on the team is this Aqua. It's using Heart of the Ocean for the 50 HP. Really good on all of your Axies. Gives you more vitality or ability to stay in. The key cards for this Axie are Innocent Lamb, Telescope, and Nemo. All of them have Banish, and basically they help you thin out your deck, and that's the point of my deck, to really thin out your deck and get the most efficient cards at the end to do damage. And right here we have a few other cards, but they don't matter as much, but if you want, just buy it exactly like this. Let's look at the charms. Here you go in Energy Drink M, Energy Drink M. Basically what this does is it applies Banish to the card, but makes its damage go up. That's why these are a little bit higher damage than normal. And it has Babylonia here and Goldfish. So basically the only card that doesn't get banished is Risky Beast, but that's okay. And the only reason we can't get it is because we have Innocent Lamb here. For the last two runes, charms, we just get more vitality just to be a little bit more tanky. For our midliner, we have this Beast right here. Basically, it's just a tanky wall to prevent them from getting to the final Axie as quickly. And it's tanky because it has Pangolin Scale right here. And Pangolin Scale just gives you an immense amount of damage reduction, 25% less damage. So here we go. Basically, same setup, Innocent Lamb, Zeal, and then Cottontail for energy. Basically, the way the combo works is like this. You do Innocent Lamb, get a copy of Zeal, and from that copy of Zeal, you get Zeal again, and you can draw out different things like Cottontail or Ronin. So let's look at the charms real fast. The charms here, most of these cards have Banish, as you could see right here, but the ones that don't have Banish are these two, and you just add Energy Drink M to make all of them banishable, as well as adding a few vitality runes right here. And the closer or the damage dealer of this team is this Beast with Topaz. It's using the Endless Anger rune in order to get into Fury mode, which is really good. And here are the cards. Basically, Goda, because it's a banish card, but it also applies Void, and as you'll see in matches, Void is very powerful. It's so good. And we have an Imp right here. So if you're ever building a Fury kind of beast, try to always get this card in it because it's a 0 energy cost in Fury form, and you could do a ton of damage with this card when it becomes 0 cost. Right here we have a few other things like Nutcrackers just for damage. And one of the key cards to this deck is actually this hero because it has the mechanic to draw a card. And any card game, being able to draw gives you the ability to get out of bad situations, like you drew into a ugly hand, or you're trying to use, you get curse cards. A hero could get you out of those bad spots. And of course, the best card in the whole set, Topaz, does 150 damage if you can get enough banish cards, plus the 25 damage. So it does 175 damage together. And in this deck that I'm building, it's so easy to get the full amount of damage. As far as charms, we're just using Mask of Frenzy for the tail Nutcrackers, using that. And for the rest of them, they could all be vitality runes for whatever points remain. But on this one, I gave it just a little bit more damage because sometimes you needed that extra little damage to get through certain opponents. And the frenzies basically allow you to catch up to another opponent going first, giving you the ability to get to Fury mode even before your opponent, because you have these two cards and you're playing them to get more Fury quicker. So those are very efficient in a very close game. So let's get started with the first match of this one, and whether it's by fate or just bad luck, I had to play Elijah in the first round, and it was insane. So basically, the first game in this series, I had already won, and a lot of people were saying, though, Chuck Fresco got lucky, like, let's see round 2, what happens. Elijah's sure to come back. So we're going to be watching the second matchup in a best-of-3 series. So the game has started. He's trying to thin out his decks. Similar strategy, but a little bit less effective. So you see right there, he's banished a good amount of cards. He's banishing as many cards and doing as much damage as he can. I'm actually surprised he didn't kill my Axie. And right there, he only banished 5 cards, so it's my turn. And here's where the combo comes up. You're going to see this combo repeatedly. Innocent Lamb into Zeal. Zeal into something else. Telescope. So all my Innocent Lamb, and they get the Zeals. And I'm just basically drawing out everything from this deck. It's pretty awesome. And another Zeal to draw out. So you see I have 3 cards, and every single one is going to the Banish pile right here. So it's going, and Goda's going, so that's another Banish card. So I have almost 10 Banish cards going on right now. And here, we're going to reach all the way 11 Banish cards in one turn. So I doubled the amount. My deck is so thin. I only have like 9 cards left in the deck. So he's going for damage. He's going to take down my Aqua. I mean, it's bound to happen. The damage is being done. And as you notice, he started off with more Fury than me. He went first. So my Fury is a little bit slower. But what's going to change everything is going to be the Nutcrackers, definitely. So Goda went into him for later on in the game. And then I did another Nutcracker right there. Another 160 damage with that Topaz because we have already 11 banished cards. That was a lot of damage. And it did more because I already have some Fury going on. So he's at 6 Fury, I'm at 5 Fury. And he's trying to go after it. You notice that the damage is a lot less to this Axie than it should be right now. Even with his Topaz, he's only managed to get 10 cards out. And this is already his second round. And I've already done more than that in just the first round. So now we're going into the next round right here. I'm going to just draw out another card, and I get a really high damage card. And that, because I was able to draw into that, it made it so much better. So much damage going through, and I got even more cards in my discard pile right here. On my banish. So he's going to do as much damage as he can. He needs to try to get past this one, but guess what happens? Double Void. And let me point that out right there. When you draw a double Void, you only get 1 energy for that turn if you're not in Fury mode. So only being able to do 1 damage, he wasn't even able to get past my tank right here. That's insane. Like, and it happened throughout the tournament. Voids would come out at very inopportune times for my opponents. And it's just because when you put a Goda, you put the Void in their deck, and it's bound to show up later. And Void is one of the best cursed cards in the game, in my opinion. Next turn, you're going to have to see this right here. I won't even need to say much about it. Basically, 0 cost, 127. Gonna go for a Nutcracker. So good. And I believe I just go for the win right here. 299 damage. And I still had more energy to go. Insane. Elijah eliminated from the tournament. First round. The world was shaken by this matchup. Like, I look back into the shoutcasters and the people hosting this event. They were all in shock. And my last matchup that I want to show you is against 1437 in the finals. 1437 has so much of my respect. He truly is a pro. I know he's a pro from Dota 2 and also in Axie, of course, in V2. And he is so skillful and so crazy. I don't mess with the Dota 2 pros. They're too crazy for me. So to recap, we're right here in the finals, a best of 5 series. I'm currently up 2-1 in the series against him, and 1437 saying things like, oh, Chuck Fresco's only winning because he's going first. So in this game, elimination round for him, he gets to go first, and we're going to test out his theory if it's true. I go second, like I said. He's going to do something similar, telescope in. He's going to try to draw out things from his deck similar to me. He's going to use Innocent Lamb to draw out Cottontail. He doesn't have a Zeal to do my combo, so it's a little bit less effective, but it's still good. It's still good. And he's using double Goda as well, so definitely great minds think alike for sure. And he uses the Topaz, doing an insane amount of damage. He only has been able to get 6 cards banished out of his deck. It shows 5, but I think it's 6. I'm going to do my combo, go into the Zeal, use a Zeal to get a Zeal, and then get Cottontail. This one makes a copy of Telescope, and then I use this one to get this one out, and then we're going to go here. Basically, I'm just using up all the cards that I can. I put a Void into his deck, so we're both adding Voids to our discard pile right here. And then I think I have enough for the Ronin. Yeah, 144 damage. Insane. Insane. Okay, here we go. He's going to put more Goda, more Voids into my deck. So there's 2 of them already there. And his deck is thinning really fast, too. Anemone gave him a little HP. And he went for an imp. He took down my main tank right here. And he decided to keep the Cottontail, as you saw right there. He didn't use it. So my turn's coming up. I'm going to do Nutcracker. As you can see, Nutcracker increased my timer. 2 Nutcrackers. I'm basically now ahead of him. And a 133 damage. Insane. So basically, I'm almost tied with him. I'm actually going to get my last stand earlier. And that's really an effective way. I'm not sure if he's running the same thing. I don't believe he's running the same thing as me on the Nutcrackers. So he's adding an Inkling. This actually hurts my deck because it adds another negative card. So his deck was very well thought out. It was insane. Actually, his theory crafting ability is really amazing. But the only difference is I'm already very well thinned out in my deck. So let's see. Throw in a Goda right there. And I'm going to just probably do a little bit more damage. There you go, 88. And I draw out another card. And look, I draw out a Jinx. That's the power right there. That's the power of Hero. Hero is the hero for this one. So I got rid of a curse card with the draw. That was amazing right there to see. And here he is. He's trying to stay alive in this game. Oh my god, 126. He's also getting up there. I have him at 16. He's only at 13 Banish. And I draw a double Goda. But I still have enough energy to trigger this. Oh, and look at him. Here's what I told you about. Imp being 0 cost can get you through that damage. And I didn't use that one. Very interesting play by me. And here it goes. He draws a Void. And his Cottontail is going to come in favor. But Cottontail is not so good if you don't have enough damage cards. So he has a lot of damage, 175. He almost takes me down right there. But it looks like it might be the over for our friend here, 1437. Look at the damage that's going to come out. Boom. 1, 2. And basically the winner. Topaz for the win. 190 damage coming from that Topaz. 1437 eliminated from the tournament in the finals. He goes down 3-1. So anyways, guys, that was my tournament winning team for the Quest Cup. Post interview for the Quest Cup, they asked me, do you consider yourself the #1 player in Origin? And honestly, I kind of was laughing a little bit like, nah, I don't even consider myself a pro player. Honestly, I see myself more of a content creator and just a content creator that loves to play Axie Origin. And because I've been grinding so much Origin lately, it really helped me like get ready for different type of matchups I had. So I did tell them, because I was grinding, because I was putting in the effort, it really translated out into a lot of the games throughout the tournament. Like I said, I went 13-1, so it was a really impressive feat, and playing against some of the best players in this game, it was like very humbling for me, very humbling to win. And it was a great opportunity. Hopefully the Axie team can take some of my feedback about the Banish mechanic. I think I'll make a separate video just on that to really discuss how they can fix it and make it better, because clearly it was a little bit broken. If you like this video or you learned something from it, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out tremendously. Anyways, that ends it for this video. Take care, and as your champ, I'll see you guys all next time.